Hey, this is Zero Sum and welcome back to FTL. Currently going through with the ZOLTAN Cruiser Type A on normal difficulty, trying to defeat the flagship here. Had a pretty interesting start. We've managed to pick up a lot of weapons, but we've only got one equipped at the moment. Let's have a quick look before we jump onto the next sector. We've got 2 halberd beams, a flak and a heavy iron. We'll probably, we could even keep the heavy iron as well, I suppose, if we can get the scrap early. The scrap, we need to get something else equipped. We need a second weapon online, probably. I mean, the flak or the heavy iron would be a good second weapon here. We need something to get shields down. How quickly does the heavy iron fire here? 13 seconds v 10 seconds. I think probably the flak is my preference there. We've only done a little bit of engine upgrading so far. We probably need to look at getting the second shield online before too long. But let's jump on to the next sector. And we're going to be going to the engine mods for the next sector. Let's see what we've got. We want to pick up some scrap and probably find a store as well if we can. Down to 3 fuel, so we need to keep an eye for some fuel. Chances have picked up a refugee ship drifting through the system. Hail them. The vessel is relieved to hear from you. They are running low on supplies and they suggest a trade. They want missiles for some bizarre reason and they're going to give us drone parts. Sure. I was doing that trade just on the off chance they would give us something extra as well, but they didn't. That's fine. Down to 2 fuel. Scanners reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful materials while we wait for the FTL to recharge. Explore the asteroid field, and we get nothing. Another store. Let's try and pick up a little bit of scrap before we go there. Pick up the distress call from a civilian ship. It's being chased by a Mantis ship. 2 shields. Crap sandwiches. That means we cannot really get through with the halberd beam. We have to switch over to the flak, I think. And it's going to take a little while for that to charge up as well. Add civilian ship. We'll switch over to the flak straight away. And we'll target their weapons. They've got a burst 3, but we should get our flak through before that fires. They've only got a basic laser as their other weapon. We should be able to do this with just the flak, and at some point we may switch over to the halberd beam as well. Let's put our engines fully powered up. See how we go. I just want to pick up maybe 20 scrap if we can. Oh, actually 21 is what we need. Ooh, didn't get their burst 3 down. That could be a problem. Come on, flak. Nope. Please miss us. Nothing to their weapons. Nothing to our weapons, which is good, and we've taken their burst 3 down. That's all I really wanted to do. Go for one more shot to their weapons, then we'll switch over to their shields. Just make sure their weapons are down. If we can get their shields down to 1, we'll switch over to the halberd beam. Although they may be able to get their shields repaired pretty quickly. Miss. Back to their weapons. As long as they don't try and get away, we should be able to kill them here. One more to their weapons. We may even just have to stay on their weapons for the entire fight, just to be safe. Let's throw one more shot to their shields. Although I just realised we can do this. Oh, now we can switch over to the halberd beam if we want to, but I think it's probably better just to stick with the flak and the heavy iron here, to be honest. Until we can get the 2 halberd beams powered up, it's probably a better weapons combination. Yeah, let's do that for now. We'll just lock onto their weapons and we'll just do that. Okay, power back auction. Come on, give me that 21 scrap. And we get the 21 scrap, 22, 1 fuel and 1 drone part. And from the civilians we get another crew member. Ship you saved was badly damaged in the battle. Most of the crew accept your offer to be dropped off at a nearby station. One offers to join your crew. Why would we ever want to decline a request for a new crew member? Seems a little strange. Got a bunch of engine on board as well now, which is nice. You can go down to the sensors, I suppose. And we'll jump onto the store. I'm actually tempted to go for one more beacon here, actually. Let's go for one more beacon. Now that we've got the flak 1 heavy iron combination figured out, you receive a distress call from a nearby NG ship. Assistance requested. Danger present. Imminent destruction. Assist, 2 shields again. You approach to find a Manta ship assaulting a small NG space station. You prepare for a fight. Missile, could be a problem. Lock both of our weapons onto there. Ooh, we've got their basic laser offline. We want to get that missile offline though. Let's vent that. 2 NGs, it's not going to be much of a fight, but they should be able to take him out, I think. We might have to swap them around before the end of the fight. Missile away, let's boost our evasion. As much as we can, shield it down. Let's get, now you say there. Let's keep... You go to repair the shields, you go back to doors. We'll keep venting the ship for now. Oh, their weapons are down, good. Let's get the flak onto their shields. Actually, probably their piling's a better option. He may transport back to their ship in a second, teleport back. He does, good. Let's close those doors. Those shields repaired. Their weapons are down, so it doesn't really matter if we get our shields repaired here quickly or not. Their piling's down, that was pretty easy, and we'll switch over to their shields for the next shot. I'm actually happy with this weapons combination. If we can get it fully powered up, 4 and 6, I think we've got, is it 10 capacity or 9 capacity total for weapons? Ship destroyed, and we'll send a bunch of Grimmers down here to murder this guy. Parting shot to our oxygen, unfortunately. Demand the ship breaks apart, we get 3 fuel, 1 drone part. 30 scrap from the NG we get, nothing. You can go repair oxygen. Ooh, this guy's about to die. Get out of there. Got a bunch of crew members that need to be healed up as well here. Oxygen back on. And yeah, we've got 5 crew members that need to be healed up. 81 scrap though, we need to get a little bit of repair, so we'll have to spend some scrap on that. We've got 4 fuel. Hopefully we can... Actually, we've got enough scrap to get the 2 halberd beams online as well. We'll have a quick look at the store, see what we've got there, then we'll decide what we're going to do with the weapons. I need to get the second shield online here before too long as well. Raffin and Nikosi, you can go get healed up as well. Okay, went back to stations. Well, let's jump onto the store and see what we've got. I'm actually kind of tempted to go for another beacon here, but no. We'll be safe, we'll go to the store. Drone control, cloaking, hacking, some drones, more crew members. Okay. Second shield will cost us what? 50 for the capacity, and then we have to get the... I'm tempted to run with the flak and the heavy iron for now, and then go for the second shield, and then gradually work towards getting the halberd beams online as we move along. We've only got 4 more capacity, so we can have 2 halberd beams and 1 of these other weapons would be the option. I think it's safer to just get the second shield online here instead. What is 1 weapons capacity worth to us here? 50. I think what we'll do is we'll go for the second shield and we'll try and work towards getting some more scrap to get a halberd beam online as well. But we'll run with the flak and the heavy iron for now. Put the flak on. No, we'll put the heavy iron on 1. Actually, we'll put the flak on 1. Because that's the one that likes to do damage to ships. Yeah. Okay. So let's. Not buy anything there. Let's go for the shield instead. We don't have the reactor powder to run it though, do we? No. Enough powder on 1 shield and a bit. So we'll do that. We need to get a little bit more scrap here. Let's also we need to buy some fuel. Let's get some repairs before we carry on though. As much as we can, which is not much. We've only got 3 fuel left as well, so we have to be really careful with that. If we can get the fuel we need and get some scrap here pretty quickly, we should be okay. You arrive near a small fleet of civilian NG ships. A simple description and translation of their comm frequency tells you that they are having a frantic discussion about something obviously troubling them. We'll have the NG crew member contact them and see what happens. Crew member syncs with the comm unit to communicate with them directly. You offer your help and a summary of the ship's mission. They respond, our goals have analogous elements, however, not all available for disclosure. Discretion necessary. for help. Secret technology stolen by the Mantis, implicit connection to rebels. Okay, another quest. And a lot of textury, which I'm not going to. 2 quest beacons. Let's check out a quest beacon, I suppose. You arrived at one of the rebel bases that the NG told you about. It appears abandoned except for one scout ship. Perhaps you could extract information from them. With a big, scary missile. FTL is charging. Pause the game. Let's fire the heavy iron first. And I should probably switch over to the halberd beam here. We'll fire the flak and the heavy iron, then we'll switch over to the halberd beam. Although, that might have been a mistake because I got that huge big missile. Is it too late? No, let's put the flak back on. I need to get that flak online to take their big missile offline. It probably won't fire in time though. Let's keep the heavy iron powered up as well, I suppose. Go flak, go. They're going to get their missile shot away almost certainly here. It's going to miss their weapons. Oh, we've got 1 shot to their weapons. Stop, this isn't worth dying for. Demand information on the installing technology. Of course, that's why you're here. Yes, they passed by here, but I had nothing to do with it. I don't know. Okay, so it's a dead end, this one. Let them go. Total waste of time. We didn't take any damage, though. Let's jump on. Do we want to go? Oh, there's 2 more quest beacons. Holy cow. And we're out of fuel. Let's attempt to download the ship's data source in the hope of getting some fuel. We do get fuel. 2 fuel, 1 drone part and 15 scrap, plus the sector map revealed. Near a sun, we'll avoid that. We've got a store up there which we cannot get to in time. 2 quest beacons with ships. I suppose we can go visit both. This was the site of a recent battle. Either a show of Mantis force or the NG here weren't disposed to go peacefully. Pick through the pieces. 3 fuel, nice. 2 missiles and 37 scrap, wow. We need reactor power for that second shield, so let's do that straight away. And let's check out the quest beacon and see what we've got. You arrive at one of the rebel bases that the NG told you about. It appears abandoned except for 1 scout ship. With the heavy 2 and the burst 2, they're charging their FTL again. Oh, I need to fire first. I didn't pause the game there, unfortunately, so we lost a little bit of time. Let's go heavy iron and then the flak. We'll try and take down their weapons if we can. That should be enough. We've got 2 shields. We'll go for their engines next. Let's lock the heavy iron onto... I want to stop them from getting away, so let's lock the heavy iron onto their piling system and we'll put the flak onto their engines. No hit. Lock it onto their engines. A little bit of damage to their shields. A little bit of damage to their engines as well. They're still charging to try and get away here, so... Miss from the heavy iron. A little bit more damage to their engines. Jump imminent. Let's jump away before they do. Unfortunately, we don't get any information from them. You finally caught up with the ships you've been hunting. A hangar-sized cargo ship is being escorted by a number of Mantis ships. As you reconsider the assault, a squadron of NG ships with pirate emblems jumps in and assists you. You prepare to jump to the Mantis, but you prepare to fight the Mantis, but scans indicate that they are manned by rebels. They have small missile and heavy laser. Let's go heavy iron to their whatever, doesn't matter. Lock it onto their weapons and fire the flak at the same time. Actually, we'll wait a second. Somebody just leveled up. That was... Who was that? Maybe weapons? Yeah, weapons leveled up. Wow, we're not having much luck with our flak shots, are we? Let's send a second crew member to help with that. Let's keep both of our weapons locked onto theirs. Missile away, let's power the engines fully for that. Okay, we finally got their missile offline. Weapons down, good. Let's switch over to their shields. That heavy iron's not particularly good. Not a fan of it. We'll switch out the heavy iron at some point and try and get the one of the halberd beams online instead. And one more hull damage to destroy these guys. Back to stations. We'll get our crew members heal up in a minute. This should finish them off. Yep. Let's see what we get. NG emerged victorious from their battles with only minor losses. Messenger. Project XME-56 commissioned by the Federation Military Research Division Advanced Stealth Cruiser. Project finished during rebellion, unable to reconnect with Federation Military Command. Likely deployed by rebels to avoid breaking non-aggression pact. A mission to assist last Federation fleet correct coordinates. And we've unlocked the Lannis cruiser, nice. And we also get a bunch of stuff, wow. And we've got a huge number of achievements as well. It's incredibly text heavy, those events though, which I'm not a big fan of. The NG secret tech has been delivered to the hangar. The stealth ship has been unlocked. We also get 1 fuel, 1 drone part, 40 scrap, titanium system casing, and 15 hull points repaired. Wow, that is really nice. It's almost worth reading all that text to get all those things. Titanium system casing. All ship systems have additional plating that provides a 15% chance to negate damage when hit. 53 scrap. Well, let's see if we can actually get those weapons online before we carry on. We don't have the reactor power to run up though, do we? Let's get rid of that heavy ion. And we can always take power out of the engines, I suppose. It gives us lower evasion, but it gives us the halberd beam. Let's run with that instead. And we can actually get this ship here before we go to the exit beacon. We might as well. See if we can pick up a little bit of extra scrap. Once you arrive, your screen lights up with warnings. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools and they've tried to shut down your engines, which we only have 1 power in anyway, so it doesn't really matter. They've got a lot of weapons, but we're going to get the first shot on them here. Let's fire the... What do we want to fire first? Probably the halberd beam, to be honest. Let's have a think about this. I think the halberd beam can get them down to 1 Zoltan shield. The flak will get them down to 0. Fire the flak first. I think we'll fire the halberd beam first. Go for the 4M combo. Then fire the flak at their shields. Misses. Oh well. We'll go for their weapons for the next shot. And the halberd beam like that. Let's make sure that is on the weapons room. We can't boost our evasion. Hopefully it doesn't do too much damage. It does a little bit. 3 hull points. Flak on their weapons. Still got a decent amount of firepower online, these guys. Let's go piling down to weapons. Comes their flak shot. Ooh, weapon's been ionized. Halberd beam still online though. Still in the fight. Let's get the flak powered up again. Taking a little bit of damage. I should probably get my crew healed up as well here, which I didn't do at the end of the previous fight. Ship destroyed. Took about 5 damage unfortunately. But we get a decent reward, 3 fuel and 37 scrap, which is enough for some reactor power. So we can get the engines powered up fully. Next thing to work towards, we'll probably sell that heavy iron and try and get this second halberd beam online, I think. Yeah. I mean, if I could find a 1 power weapon, that would be ideal. So we'd have like the flak and then a 1 power weapon as well. And we'll get our crew healed up before we move on. We arrive at the sector and are greeted by a science vessel waiting by the beacon. We find ourselves low on fuel and have a proposition. No thank you. We don't need drawing parts and I need my fuel desperately, so no thanks. So close those internal doors and carry on to the next sector. And it's an engine controlled sector coming up. I'm going to leave it there for now. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time.